Hi. So after having a massive technical morning for the past 15 minutes, actually, we are officially live on Recovery Lab TV. God knows what was happening. YouTube clearly doesn't like me this morning. However, I am here. Sorry for keeping you waiting. So moving on. Today is all about recovery, okay? Right? Recovering from stress that I've just gone in. Literally recovering our bodies, okay, and kind of focusing on stretching, mobility, some yoga type movements, okay, developing that movement, kind of de-stressing our bodies, de-stressing our minds, okay, and kind of really setting us up for a nice, relaxing Sunday, okay. The things you're going to need today is a nice bit of floor space, okay. Hopefully a yoga mat if you have one. I've got one just behind me. If you can see the little red flooring, okay. If you're not as flexible, you may want a yoga block, okay, or two, and then some yoga straps, okay. If you don't have any yoga straps, you can use a belt, you can use a towel, you can use a dog lead, anything in your house. And it's the same with if you don't have a yoga block, okay, you can use a stack of pillows. You can use a small box that you have in a house, okay? Just make sure it's got a bit of sturdiness to it. And it's a solid object. I don't want you kind of hurting yourself as you kind of do anything, okay? Other than that, what we'll do, we'll just get straight into it, okay? And again, thanks for your patience at the start. I don't know what was happening with YouTube Live. However, we're up and running and here we are now, okay? So let's crack on and get into the swing of things, and hopefully you'll enjoy yourself and I'll redeem myself. Okay, so from there, what you're going to do, you're going to just gently kind of go into a seated position, okay, keeping your feet nice and flat, okay, and by flat, I mean pointing your toes away from the body and sinking into that position, okay. Now, some of you are going to have a lot of tightness under here, okay, so you may want to bring off a little and place your hands in front of you. That way it's going to take away some of the tension. Just like so, okay? From there, you can try and lean into it. And if you can and you're comfortable, try to set up as tall as you can. Just stretching out that position, holding it just there, like so. Okay? From there, what you're going to do is gently walk your hands away, reaching as far as you possibly can, sinking down nice and deep. And then breathing out nice and steadily, nice and slowly as you do so. So try and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Big, long, slow, big, deep breaths. Gently relaxing, okay? Good. From there, coming up nice and tall. Sliding your hands underneath your shoulders, bringing your knees underneath your hips, curving your back as much as you can. Trying to push your chest away from the floor as you're squeezing that back. Good. From there, curving the back the opposite way, pushing your chest outwards this time, squeezing your back as much as you can and sticking your bum out towards the ceiling. Nice soft elbows. Good. From there, walk your hands a little further forward. Okay, you're going to come up into a press-up position. Slowly drop your hips down towards the floor, resting your knees on the floor, looking up towards the ceiling. Okay, now some people will slouch down like this, relaxing their shoulders. Try your best to push up and away from the floor, okay? That way your neck should go down to the shoulder, not your shoulders down to your neck, okay? So from there, drawing those hips up as tall as you possibly can, trying to bring your heels as flat to the floor as you can as you draw your knees back, getting that stretch in that hamstring, and then the tops of your shoulders, nice and gently. Good. Again, slowly coming forward into that press up position, drawing your hips down, Stretching out that back, keeping your head pushed away from the floor, nice and gently. So big, deep breaths. Take your time with it. Good. One more, gently coming up. Nice and tall into that downward dog position. Bring your heels as close to the floor as you can. Draw your knees back, squeeze in your back as best as you can. Big deep breaths, nice and gently. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Gently coming down. From there, what you're going to do, you're going to put one foot in the middle, draw one leg up, nice and tall, into your chest, like so. Hold in that position, nice and gently for the minute. Good. From there, your inside arm, your closest arm to the leg, you're going to rotate around as best as you can, looking towards the ceiling, taking your time and breathing nice and gently. Good. Gently coming back around. Now from there, what you're going to do, you're going to bring your arm on the inside of that foot now, drawing that back knee down towards the floor, okay? Try and squeeze your bum and draw your hips down as you push through, okay? From that position, you're going to bring your arm slightly inwards to your body. You're going to rotate your outside arm around as best as you can. Really focus on that big stretch. That's it. Big deep breaths. Good. Slowly coming back around from there, okay? If you can, you're going to drop down that outside arm, down to the elbow, keeping the forearm nice and flat, hand nice and flat. From there, if you have the flexibility, you're going to do the same on that inside arm. Gently focusing on that breathing and relaxing as much as possible. That's it. Big deep breaths. Good. Slowly coming up, nice and tall. Coming back up, lifting the back knee back into that pressure position. From there, you go back into a downward dog, squeezing your shoulders, shoulder blades together, draw them into your ribcage as you push your knees away, your heels to the floor. Get that good stretch on the hamstring. That's it. Big deep breaths, gentle hold. That's it. One more big deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your hips down. Slide that left leg back in the middle. Drawing that right leg up and nice and tall into your chest. Big deep breaths. Nice and steady with breathing. Good. So from there, bringing that inside arm around to the back. Rotating around, holding that as steady as you can. Looking up towards your fingertips, up towards the sky. That's it. Big deep breaths. Good, well done. Bring that hand on the inside of your leg now, about a hand span away. From there, draw your knee down on the back leg. Rotating that opposite arm now, the outside arm, as best as you can. Focusing on your balance. Focus on that stability. Good, gently coming back around. Well done. From there, you got your wrists in line with that heel of yours, okay? So big deep breath. As you do so, you're going to extend that outside arm down to the floor. And then if you have the flexibility, you're going to bring that opposite arm down to the floor as well. Trying to ensure your foot is dead flat. Try and squeeze your heel into the floor and your big toe into the floor. It's going to help control those arches. So big deep breaths. Good. From there, gently extending those arms again, so you're nice and tall. From there, bringing up the back knee, bringing yourself into that press-up position, taking it nice and wide, drawing back up into that downward dog position. Big deep stretch. Good. From there, coming down into that press-up, dropping the knees down a little wider than shoulder, making your feet nice and flat as you sink down. Bringing your chest as low to the floor as you can. From there, when your hips are in position, try and walk your hands a little further away if you can. Try and increase that stretch as much as possible. Good. From there, coming up, back into that press-up position. As you do so, draw your left leg forward. Sink your right leg down to the floor. Try your best to keep your hips in line and nice and straight. Try not to be on one side or the other, okay? You want this knee directly on the floor. This hip, you're trying to keep off the floor, and then you're going to walk it out just like so, okay? From the side, what that looks like is you come through, you draw through, that leg's nice and straight, relaxes it, and then you're trying to walk it out. Bring your chest down to your thigh if you can, just like so, okay? So keep holding, keep relaxing. Good. From there, keep your hips in position, gently walking your arms up, back towards your hips. You're going to try and go as tall as you possibly can. Should feel your back squeezing together. Again, try and elevate your chest. Big deep breaths. Good. Walking those hands a little further forward. Going back up into that press-up position. From there, draw the other leg down and forward. Relaxing that back leg, that back foot. Walking those hands out as far as you can again. Going deep as possible. Stretching out those fingertips. So gently relaxing. Focus on your breathing. So big deep breath in. And as you breathe it out, gently walk it back up. Keeping your hips in line, coming up as tall as you can. Try to draw your shoulders back and down as you squeeze that back into that upright position. Good. From there, walk your hands a little further forward. Go back up into that press-up position. This time, walking your hands up nice and tall. Bringing your feet together. You're going to bring your arms up as tall as you can. Stretch out towards the ceiling. Lift your toes up nice and tall. Stretching out as much as you can. Really trying to squeeze those ears together. Good. And then gently bring your heels down. Come down just like so. So from there, what you're going to need, okay, is a potential yoga block depending on your flexibility. Me, I certainly need it. Okay. So if you have tight hamstrings, you may kind of want to grab one. If you don't have a yoga block, okay, use a small stool. Use a stack of pillows to help you. Use a box if you have a box in your house. Okay. But what you're going to do, you're going to bring your feet as wide as you can away from each other. You're going to try and ensure that your feet are facing forward. Okay. And then from there, you're going to draw your hips back, keeping your legs as straight as you can, keeping your back as straight as you can, placing this directly underneath your shoulders. Now, depending on your flexibility, you may want to turn it to the side because you're a little bit more flexible, so you can go a little bit lower. You can lay it flat because, again, you're a little bit more flexible, or you can completely remove it out of the way so you can come further down. Okay, for the extreme people, if you want to drop down to your elbows, by all means do so. I'm not there yet. I'm literally just here. Okay, so depending on what you are able to do, you're either going to do this position, spin it around to the side, lay it down, or whatever you can. Okay, so get into that position, slowly go down, nice and gentle. Try and hold it as best as you can as you're holding that stretch. So big deep breaths. Try and draw your chest out, squeeze that back into position. Good, real good. So depending on if you have a raised object or not, okay, if you do, you're going to put that into position. You're going to try your best to draw your elbow down. Keep it as locked out as well to increase the hamstring stretch. That's it. Big deep breaths. Gently coming up nice and tall. Back into that straight position. Try and recorrect the toes if they've slidden out. Good, and gently walking it back in, like so. Okay. From there, what you're going to do, okay, you're going to take a side-on approach. Okay. You're going to have one foot facing forward, okay, just like you were. Okay. One foot facing the side. From there, you're going to place one hand on top. You're going to slide down the leg, okay, like so. Once you get to that furthest point that you can go, if it's on the floor, it's on the floor. If not, even if it's up here, okay, once you get to that furthest point, you're going to stretch out your other arm, okay? You're going to draw down as much as you can, and you're going to try and look towards that hand as best as you can as you're holding that stretch. That's it. Great job. So from there, bringing that arm that's in the air round the corner to your ankle as best as you can, holding that stretch there for a second. Trying to either hold the ankle, the shin, or if you can, the floor, depending on your flexibility, okay? Keep trying to draw that knee back, like so. From there, what you're going to do, you're going to come around nice and slowly, fan around. It's going to be challenging on your balance. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together, taking a straight line, come back around, tapping the floor, okay? So right around, nice and gently, coming back around, tapping the floor like so. That's it, 2 more. Good, last one. Good, slide it back up the leg, nice and tall, reset the foot, okay? And then you're going to go opposite side. I'm going to spin around just so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so start with both feet facing forward. If you're facing forward, rotate that leg to 90 degrees so it now faces directly towards the camera. Okay, you're going to draw your hip backwards, slide that arm down the leg. As you do so, look to extend. Now just be aware that your balance is good on one side typically and not so good on the other. Okay, so just be careful of that. You may feel a little shaky on this side, depending on your balance. Good, so big deep breaths. Sit nice and relaxed. And reach up as much as you can. Try and really rotate as much as you can. So squeeze the shoulder blades, rotate that trunk. And from there, big deep breath out as you rotate towards that foot. Coming around, holding the floor if you can. Gently coming back up. From there, rotating around nice and slowly, challenging that balance, center of gravity. Stretching, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Coming back around nice and slow, nice and steady. Getting the best out of your shoulder mobility and your upper thoracic mobility. Coming around. Good. Real good. Sit nice and slow, nice and steady. Good. Sit. One more for that. Great job. Okay, so from there, sliding back up nice and tall, rotating back around, recorrecting, bringing it back in the middle, okay? So if, like me, okay, you have a sofa or settee around you or a chair or anything along those natures, okay, what you're going to try your best to do, you may need a strap if you don't, okay? If you want to and you have quite hard flooring or painful knees, okay, you can use your cushion for this one or a little pillow or double up on your mat, okay? From there, you're going to slide your foot back onto your sofa, just like so. You're going to draw this leg forward into a nice 90-degree angle, and you're going to come up nice and tall, just like so, okay? So you're trying to push your bum forward. You've got a nice 90-degree angle there on your foot, okay? And a nice proud chest, okay? You should already feel the stretch in your quad. You're trying to get it a little higher in your hip flexor, so when you tuck your bum under, it's going to enhance that stretch both in the quad and potentially your hip flexor, depending if you have tightness there, okay? Your hands you're going to place on the base of your spine, on your hips, with your fingertips facing down towards the floor. You're going to draw your elbows behind you as much as you can. This is going to stretch that chest open and those fronts of the shoulders, okay? And potentially a forearm if you've got tight forearms on your wrists. So elbows together as much as or as close as you can. Nice proud chest. Draw your hip forward, and as you breathe out, try and keep pushing forward into the hip, not into that front knee though, okay? So focus on something in the distance. Draw your hip forward. Big deep breaths. Good, gently relax, breathing into it. Try to go deeper with each breath as you push forward. Amazing job, well done, keep it up. Good. From there, coming up nice and tall, shaking it out, looking to swap sides. Bringing one forward like so. Again, coming up nice and tall, nice and steady. This is where you're going to potentially feel a little bit shaky. Okay, with hip forward, you've got that nice 90-degree angle coming here. You're looking into the distance, focusing on something that isn't moving. Hands on the back, draw your elbows backwards, nice proud chest. As you reach forward with those hips, squeeze your elbows together as best as you can. That's it, big deep breath. So a little bit more with your hips if you can, breathing it down. Try and keep that shin angle straight on the front leg if you can. Good. Gently relaxing, bringing it down. You're gonna grab your straps because you're gonna need them on this next one. Okay. If you don't have a strap, like I mentioned earlier, okay, by all means use sports towel. You can use a sweat towel, a long beach towel. Okay. You can use a dog lead, a bit of rope that you have in your house. It's literally just to kind of allow that extra little bit of a pull, if you will. Okay. So if you do have a strap, okay, what you're going to do, you're going to tie it around your ankle, just like so. Just by there, okay? Checking that out. Then you're going to hook it underneath your foot, underneath the ball of your foot, just like that, okay? And then you're going to lay down onto your back, lifting your leg out as flat as you can. Now it's really important when you lay down, you try and draw your spine down into the floor with this opposite leg. Try and keep it dead straight. So those toes are facing upwards and that knee is also facing upwards, because quite often we like to rotate our legs without even realizing. Okay, from there you're going to try and lock your leg out or take it as close to straight as you can. You're going to gently pull inwards towards your chest or your shoulders or your head. Once you get to that spot that you know enough is enough, you're just going to gently pause. What you should experience is potentially a little tremor. It's completely fine. It's completely natural. And then big deep breaths. So keep holding. Nice and gently. Focus on your breathing. A big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, try and pull towards you a little bit more as you're holding that stretch. Good. Gently drawing back down. Come back up as tall as you can. Hold on to your strap. This time you're going to rotate across the body like so. With this type of stretch, your goal is to take this leg as straight as you can. However, you're trying to draw your opposite shoulder down into the floor, okay? So if you're really struggling to try and get that shoulder down, I'd rather you lift up your leg, draw the shoulder down, and then keep your leg in a higher position than towards the floor, if possible, okay? So hooking around the ankle with either your towel or strap or lead, okay? And then pulling up as tall as you can while strapping your shoulder blades down on the floor. So you're working on that spinal rotation and your main hamstring muscle, the bicep femoris. If you want to and you can, try and tuck your toes up towards your body, and what you'll feel is your calf coming into play and potentially a little bit more of that hamstring as you lock that leg out. Good. Gently fanning your leg over towards the other side. Again, slowly be adjusting yourself. Trying to take that leg out as wide as you can. Again, try and keep your shoulder blades down. Keep that opposite leg up dead straight. And then try and lock that leg out as you're stretching out nice and wide. Good. Big deep breaths. Brilliant job. So from there, gently relaxing, okay? You're going to take the strap off, put it on the opposite leg, go straight into that opposite exercise where you're hooking the ball of your foot on there. Take it out nice and tall again. Drawing up as much as you can. Again, making sure your opposite leg is straight with the feet facing upwards, the knee facing upwards, and then gently pulling towards you as much as you can. Take it to that point where you can feel that tightness, and then just pause ever so slightly when enough is enough. So big deep breaths, focus on your breathing. Try and relax into it, maybe close your eyes. Good, ever so slowly pulling it towards you. So big deep breath, and then as you breathe out, gently pull in a little bit more. So nice and relaxed. Good. Gently bring it back down. From there, stretch it out, bring it across the body. Again, your main goal is to focus on drawing that shoulder down into the floor, the opposite shoulder. Bring that leg as much over as you can. Try to straighten that bottom leg as well. So big deep breaths. So big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly transition over to the opposite side. Lifting up and over, rolling over onto your back. Again, keeping both shoulders down. Try and lock that leg out as much as you can. And then try and keep that spine as straight as possible. So big deep breaths. Good. Gently from there, take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly relaxing it down. Slowly bring it back down to the resting point. Taking the strap off you. What you're going to do, you're going to relax. Bring your feet together. Re-straighten your spine. Okay, you bring your arms up and over. Squeezing your ears, stretching out as much as you possibly can. Curving your back ever so slightly. As you reach out, try and lengthen that body as much as you possibly can. Stretching your shoulders out, stretching your toes out. Slightly curving that back. Take a big deep breath in. Slowly breathing out. Set one more big deep breath in. Slowly releasing. Good. Gently bringing your arms back round towards the hips. Taking your time, slowly sitting up. You're going to bring your feet together, arms around the back. Opening up that chest. So from there, crossing your knees, bringing a nice, placing your hands in between your shoulder blades. Good, shaking it out, swapping sides. And gently relaxing. Well done. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hope you had a nice relaxing session today. Hope you feel better for it. If you did enjoy yourself, don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up, like and share it. Tell your friends every day that this is going to be on. I apologize for starting later due to technical difficulties. I hope you're okay and it didn't cause you too much discomfort. Have an amazing Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the day, whatever you decide to do with it. And take care. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button for more. Okay. I shall see you soon. How are we all feeling? Let me know in the comments section below if you enjoyed it, how you're feeling, and if you feel much, much better for it. I feel a lot looser. But yeah, have an amazing day. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've been Chris. This is Recovery Lab TV. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. There's a little playlist folder that all these live sessions are going to be placed into. Let me know if you want to see different types of content. Whatever you want, I'll try my best to put up and make happen for you, okay? Like I said, have an amazing day. Take care, and I'll see you soon.